heard, but Taylor Swift recently got engaged to her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce.
Hadn't heard anything about it. But Swift's Instagram post announced the engagement, and it has been liked more than 33 million times. So more than a few people are excited about it.
All right, that includes the daughter of UAB psychologist Dr. Josh Klapow, and the man who everybody used to say, we knew you were trouble when you walked in, Tony Kurre.
Yeah, I had my Swiftie shot back in the early 90s when she came through town, but I decided she wasn't for me.
She wasn't
born in the
She wasn't for me. She was a little outside my realm of...
All right, well, let's get into the meat of the subject, and that is, your daughter's a big fan, right?
My daughter's 24,
right? Okay.
So Taylor Swift has been a part of her experience from birth. And when this announcement came out, she's like a lot of fans, watching it and waiting. And when the announcement came out, her statement was, how did she say? She said, "This is a message to every man, that this is how you get the girl." And of course, as a psychologist, I'm asking, like, tell me more about that.
What do you mean?
And she said, look at, she's like, first of all, we watched the podcast, and she said, look, he supports her,
he does.
and it's not just support her. He's, and I wouldn't even say he's putting up on a pedestal, because she is on a pedestal, and he's able to. What she's saying is, be nice, be respectful. Relish her, honor her,
and he's actively engaged,
exactly. And I think, and the reason we were talking about with the marriage is, a lot of guys do that when you're getting ready to propose, you're courting or whatever, and then it falls right.
Yeah, and Tony, she's not the first artist to sing about past relationships, right?
No, I mean, she's already written a song about him, so I'm sure she's going to write some other songs, and hopefully those albums will be good news.
It seems like it's headed that direction. Would you think?
She was asked that question the other day. What are you going to do now that you're in love with someone you actually like? What kind of songs going to be written? I will say this, the only thing I could think about was life. There's a lot of stuff going on in life. I remember when A.J. McCarron got married. He did it the first year he signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm like, that's a lot to take on. You're young, you're in your 20s, you're going to get a job where you're making millions of dollars a year, and now you're throwing an engagement into it. Just step back, pause,
and praise. He's still happily married, by the way. I just want to point that out.
That's amazing, and that's a beautiful thing, and I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to do good just based off what I know over the 2 years they've had. But he's fixing to retire.
Yeah.
And we knows what happens when the man says, I'm retiring, because he's around way too much. And so I'm a little interested to see how that's going to affect their marriage, because I'm sure he's going to be doing all kinds of endorsement deals and stuff. She's going to be in the business for a while. He needs to find something to do with his time, because football takes up a lot of time.
Well, he does that podcast with his brother. They do pretty well.
That's 30 minutes a week, Michael. I think he can make time for that.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that is most interesting to me, and my daughter and I had a little sort of disagreement about this, is can he manage her fame? And my daughter's first line is, well,
even though he's extremely famous himself.
But it's a very different.
Kind.
And I think one of the things, particularly if he goes into retirement, is how does he figure out how to become a husband to Taylor Swift, number one, but then number two, again, none of us know them, so it doesn't, we can say it's all.
We're just talking.
How does she navigate this now, this piece of her life that she absolutely loves, et cetera, when 99% of her life is out in front of everybody, and there's going to be comments for every single tip they may have, and every album she writes, and all the albums that she's already written about past problems of relationships. Like it's all, he has really got to rise to the occasion.
Well, but don't you think they're already kind of ahead of the game because they enjoy letting fans in on things? It's not like they're a private couple that all of a sudden everybody's talking about.
Well,
we
think. Like, that's the thing about, you look at them, we see them, but they're going to be now a married couple. And so how private can they be? How private do they want to be? Particularly him when he's
can't.
Right.
And it could change. They're
they had done a wonderful job, even during the football season, they've done a wonderful job at trying to be together. A lot of couples, that doesn't work. She's working on the West Coast, I'm working on the East Coast. It just didn't work because we couldn't see each other. During her tour, she was going to his games every Sunday.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about the love they have for each other, for me.
And the money that you have to be able to do that.
And exactly, and the private flights.
It reminds me a little bit, and of course I wasn't alive at that time, but the story of Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio. That didn't work out for some of the reasons you talked about.
That's a great.
We wish them the best.
Marilyn Monroe.
Joe and Marilyn Monroe?
No.
I don't think it worked.
So wait for that. No.
Wow.
Obviously, Kelce and
we
Swift.
do wish them the
Yeah,
best.
we do. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.